You know, in the real world, the nitty-gritty of the real world, when you fail, you get fired. In government, when you fail, you get more money because obviously you need it. Now, let me ask you a fourth time. If President Lopez Obrador, and I'd appreciate an answer, if President Lopez Obrador invited the American military and our law enforcement personnel to come into Mexico and work with his, we could stop the cartels, couldn't we?
I believe, Senator, that we can stop the cartels.
Okay, have you made that suggestion to President Biden?
If I could, I believe that we can stop the cartels by...
Have you made that suggestion to President Biden?
Senator, I have been very vocal in the whole of government setting on the importance of fentanyl, and all of us using every single effort and authority that we have.
Why hasn't President Biden done it? I mean, this is the way the American people, whose sons and daughters are dying, look at it. Our economy is $23 trillion. Mexico's economy is $1.3 trillion. Ours is 18 times bigger. We buy $400 billion every year from Mexico. Without the people of America, Mexico, figuratively speaking, would be eating cat food out of a can and living in a tent behind an outback. So why don't you and the president, embarrassing no one, get on the phone and call President Lopez Obrador and make him a deal he can't refuse to allow our military and our law enforcement officials to go into Mexico and work with his to stop the cartels? Why don't you do that?
Senator, what I am doing every single day is working with the incredible men and women of DEA who are risking their lives across 334 offices worldwide.
And I appreciate that, but you're not doing what would work. Why won't you do what will work?
Senator, we are...
Why don't you call the president this afternoon and say, Mr. President, let's call President Lopez Obrador privately and make him a deal he can't refuse. Because we both know that President Lopez Obrador has neither the ability nor the will to stop the cartels. But yet we go along and pretend that they're our friends, and Mexico is our friend. But he has criminal organizations that are killing our people, and you know how to stop it, and the president does, and you're not doing it.
Senator, we are working every day to stop it.
But you're not doing what would stop it.
We are transforming, and we are working in countless ways across the globe to do what needs to be done for the American people. And there is nothing that the men and
when
women...
it's important to you, you make it happen. When it's not important to you, you make an excuse.
The senator keeps asking her the same question over and over again because he's not getting an answer. But he basically wants to know, has she ever suggested to President Biden that if President Lopez Obrador invited the American military and our American law enforcement over to Mexico to then work with his, that was a way that we could stop the cartels? So he keeps on asking her, have you made that suggestion to President Biden? And one of the times she answers, she says yes. And then he follows up and says, well, what's the outcome? Why hasn't he done it? And then she answers back, wanting to go into her talking points. She just said yes to shut him up, and she wanted to elaborate on her blah, 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 But you think about it, like, the senator's right. Like, if they really want to make something happen and make a change or make a stop to something, they would do it. They would get it done. But no, I mean, the claim out there that I hear is that someone's making money. A lot of people are making money too, also the cartels. And because of it, so many Americans are dying from the fentanyl. Someone has to be held accountable for this, and someone has to be able to put a stop to this, like, right away. This has been going on way too long, and it's very frustrating to see no one is being held accountable for it.